Yo, what up guys, my name is Genome Jax Twin, and on this channel we talk tech. If you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing to stay up to date when I drop new videos every single week. Now in today's video, I've got a really special one for you guys. Today we have got the brand new iPhone 13 Pro in Alpine Green, the green Apple iPhone 13, as well as the iPhone SE. So this video is not going to be a spec for spec. We're not going to be comparing one against the other, speed test and that type of stuff. I'm just purely looking at it from an aesthetic standpoint, and I may just dive in a little bit more on the iPhone SE and my thoughts on the iPhone SE. First and foremost, let's go right for it and talk about these two green iPhones. They're green. I mean, Alpine Green or green, both are green. So I was very excited when these two came out because I do like the color green, and I realized that this in itself is probably not a color for everyone. But aside from the fact that you may not like them or someone else may not like them, I actually thought that this was a very interesting color. And oftentimes when you watch the Apple presentations, a lot of this doesn't do it justice. Now that's primarily because we're seeing it on an actual presentation versus seeing it in person. I really think that these two are some of the most interesting color iPhones that I've seen to date. Now, obviously different about them is the actual density and the intensity of the green. Now, just looking at it is green. Any which way you cut it, this is green. Now, the Apple logo in the center has this reflective Apple logo, and on the iPhone 13 Pro, the color itself is called Alpine Green, but it is kind of a washed out green. Again, a lot of this doesn't do it justice because you really have to see it for yourself. I do think even on camera, you can see some of the differences, but it's very, very interesting to say the least. Now, around the camera section itself, on the iPhone 13, it is a darkened green, and on the iPhone 13, you've got what appears to be Alpine Green on the actual camera section. Now on the sides of the phones, same kind of differences there. We do have an interesting mix of colors on both iPhones. I don't see anything particularly new with these iPhones. Both, to my knowledge, are exactly the same to the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pros that came out a few months back. You're either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. Now, going on to the iPhone SE. The iPhone SE was actually a very welcoming iPhone. It's the iPhone that is the most affordable, and it's my understanding that Apple released this as a way to attract a lot of newcomers to Apple. We are welcome back with the fingerprint scanner. It's got the same design as the iPhone 7, 8, and the iPhone 6. It's very simplistic, and I think that's one of the great things about the iPhone SE. Outside of the exterior, what's changing is actually the interior. Now this new iPhone SE is rocking the new A15 chip, and it's my understanding that there's some battery improvements as well as some graphical improvements that you will find on this iPhone SE. My overall impression of the iPhone SE is a little bit of a disappointment. I did see some of the other videos where folks are saying that this is a disappointing device, and I have to agree with them because I think in this day and age, especially in 2022, I would have hoped that this iPhone would have had its own design, and it's just a little disappointing that Apple decided to go with this old design. Even if it were to have a different colorway or to have a slight difference on the back, I think that would have done it justice, and everything else is typically Apple. It does feel like Apple being Apple in this particular phone. Now, let's talk about what I do actually like in the iPhone SE. I do like the price, that's number one. And I do like the fact that they have included the A15 chip. With a phone like this, I don't know if the chip would have been the only selling point for a phone like this. I think that whoever does decide to buy the SE, you're going to buy it because of the price. And I think you're going to want it because it's a great way to get into the Apple ecosystem. Now, a great alternative to this is actually the iPhone XS. Now, the iPhone XS is a phone that I've raved about in my last videos. I actually think it's the best phone that you can buy to get into the Apple system. I think that is actually the most affordable because you could still find it used, you could still find it refurbished, well under $300. So that's kind of my take on the iPhone SE. You know, you got Apple baked right into it, you've got all the great Apple features, but I do feel like this is a little bit of a step back, and I totally understand the target audience for the SE, and it's one of the reasons why I am going to strongly recommend the 13 or the 13 over the iPhone SE. But again, price is obviously a big selling factor. That's pretty much the video, guys. I was so excited to pick these up, and I just, you know, the iPhone SE is just a very compelling phone. It's interesting how Apple is not rebranding a lot of these newer phones. I think in this day and age, I think that's what a lot of people are looking for, and you see it in some of the other models that come out. You see it in the iPads, you see them in the other phones. I just don't know if reselling the same phone under a different name is, with a different chip, is going to make or break it. If you are new to my channel, I would encourage you to subscribe. I saw that you guys, last video, you guys enjoyed that, so I really appreciate the comments. I appreciate engaging with you guys down in the comments, and obviously on some of my other socials. So that's pretty much the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you guys in my next video, and as always, until my next video, peace.